Yeah, hi everyone, my name is Dr. Maria Kardakova. I'm a venture scientist with a background in biotech and nutrition. So 76% of people still ask the very simple question every day, what should I eat to stay healthy? And the wrong answer to this question will actually cause us 11 million deaths globally. And healthcare system provide an answer, but they don't provide their daily support. So we still lack of personalization, convenience, and great taste. And there are thousands of recipes currently, recipes app currently exist, yet they still will ask you to calculate calories or deliver some weird boxes. They still don't provide a comprehensive solution. This is where the iCook comes in, and we developed the next generation AI nutrition and kitchen assistant that actually knows what you need to eat to stay healthy. So it creates the personalized menu plan based on the biomarkers, your health information, and help you to deliver groceries from your favorite supermarket for the whole household. It also provides the coaching and nutrition assistance along the way. With 250,000 downloads on App Store and Google Play and freemium subscription model, iCook hit 120K revenue last year with getting profitable. So we are presented in 20 different retailers across the globe, UK, US, Australia, Germany, and we backed up by amazing projects and initiatives that gave us an idea that we can actually go to the different direction and be more clinically clinical. So with B2C Foundation, we are scaling up to the B2B2C model, providing the infrastructure for insurance companies and healthcare well-being centers, reaching up to the 21 million users opportunity by end of 2027. So I'm sorry for the slide, but we are hitting the 147 billion market with their different types of initiatives, insurance companies, medical centers, and with reaching up to 9.5 million by end of 2028. So we are raising 1 million. We have 400,000 committed. And yeah, this is our team.
Thank you, Maria. Thank you, Maria. That was really good. You nearly got there. Like literally had 20 seconds to go. So question from the panel.
So it was the last slide, but why are you the right team to build this?
So we have 15 different people committed part-time, and with the raising round we want to bring them full-time on board. So they're great in terms of their product experience, and they develop different AI services, and they currently work on some of them. I myself is a biomedical scientist, and I work on the AI tools constantly for the past 8 years. And we backed up by SAB board from Cambridge, University of Surrey AI Institute, and NHS.
And why have you decided to build this business? What's the drive?
So I started during the COVID, and I started buying this HelloFresh and Gusto deliveries. I used to work on the DNA testing and microbiome testing company at that point, but still I realized that these boxes are too expensive, and our DNA and microbiome tests, they're not providing the solution for my family, and I had two picky eaters at home at that point. So this is why I registered company on 2020, but then I started the company in 2023. This is where we got the pre-seed and launched the MVP and got profitable last year.
Well done, Maria. Now I think we're going to have to move. Right. Thank you. Go for it.
Okay, perfect. So, boxing is the only sport judged the same way it was 100 years ago. F1 has telemetry, football has VAR, and boxing has 3 judges in the corner using their opinion only. The most valuable unit in the sport is not captured, measured, or monetized as data. The perfect market timing is now. There's over $800 million in Saudi investment in their 2030 Vision Fund, alongside huge firms like KKR are allocating billions towards sports analytics. Why? Because they see it as a high-value asset. Our business model starts with hardware. So we're building proprietary sensors that then monetize and sell that data to broadcasting companies. And fundamentally, it starts with amateur boxers all the way up to pro for training analytics. Our SaaS subscription model uses AI to analyze their metrics and provide them with very important training information. And lastly, we have data licensing for pro fighters. How it works is we use 3D motion capture, positioning, and fatigue intelligence using a 9-axis IMU and PPG sensor. And in terms of market feedback, we've gone to boxing gyms and we've asked fighters what they think. And 81% currently use no wearables, 87% want to compare their data to what they did yesterday, and 56% are ready to beta test our product tomorrow. In terms of funding, our primary goal is to achieve product market fit. So we want to accelerate our MVP development, create extremely reliable software for pro integration, and scale our margins so we can immediately start data licensing and commercializing our product so that we can expand the sport as a whole and revolutionize boxing. Oh, thank you.
Wow. Wow, you have like 4 seconds left. Well done. You've done that really well, Maria, because you've got 4 seconds left. So yeah, now questions from the judge. Jizz, or one judge. So Ayse, you can think of one.
It's possible I missed it. What actually are you?
We're a hardware company, so we're making sensors.
You're a wearable?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Maria.
Hello, I'm Maya Marara, the founder of Story Foundry AI, where storytelling meets impact. Imagine you're Anna. You work at a charity supporting refugees through legal aid, welfare, and English classes. Your work changes lives, but your funding is at risk. And not because the impact isn't real, but because you lack the time, resources, and tools to communicate it effectively. Storytelling could save your organization, but creating compelling, consistent content is slow, resource-intensive, and difficult to scale. And Anna isn't alone. Today, teams struggle to generate engaging content while audience data is scattered across platforms, making it hard to know what actually works. The result? Missed engagement and funding opportunities. Story Foundry AI solves this. Our AI-powered platform transforms reports into engaging, interactive stories tailored to different audiences. Teams can generate content instantly, adapt it for multiple channels, and track engagement all in one place. This empowers organizations to communicate their impact effectively, strengthening donor relationships and saving crucial time. We operate a freemium SaaS platform with a base plan all the way up to the enterprise tier with advanced storytelling, multi-channel output, and donor insights. We've interviewed NGOs and fundraisers, built an initial prototype that's ready for our pilot program, and we have customers interested in our product. In the future, we hope to expand functionally and scale globally. At Story Foundry AI, we help organizations tell stories that inspire action and drive real-world change. If you'd like to keep up with our progress or you know anyone who'd likely use the product, please scan the QR code behind me. Thank you so much for your time.
Well done, Maya. You've done really well because you've got like, what, nearly 15, 20 seconds left? Right, yeah, you break the record. Okay, I know we had one very quick question last time. So if there's a quick question, then you're allowed a second one.
Okay.
Meaning quick answer,
Okay.
right?
Be quick.
So apologies
well done
for that.
on the pitch.
Thank you.
Why are you the right team to build this?
Sure.
Why you decided to build it?
Yeah. Frankly, simply put, I'm a storyteller at heart. I've worked in journalism, PR, digital content strategy, and I'm pursuing my marketing and digital communications master's right now. And I'm the right founder because I noticed this gap by working with nonprofits. They hired me to do communications, so I saw how time-intensive and resource-intensive the work is. My wonderful co-founder, Agnes, also has a pretty strong development and business development background, a pretty strong background in business development, pardon me. And she's pursuing her degree in computer science and actively learning more about AI every day. So we hope to expand the team going forward, but together we're quite the force to be reckoned with.
Wow, I just want to say well done because when we're hearing pitches, it is about storytelling. So we all can learn from you, so other founders maybe connect in. And I think it's proven by the time that you were quicker than 2 minutes, so thank you so much. Right, now we're moving on to the next one. Thank you, Maya.
We only wear a quarter of our wardrobes. That's 1.6 billion unworn items of clothing in the UK alone due to bad fit, bad design, and poor quality. And this is leading to a global crisis. We can already see a textile landfill in Chile from space, and by the time I finish this pitch, 120 garbage trucks full of clothing will be burned or dumped in landfill. But the really sad thing is most of these clothes don't even need to be thrown away. In the UK, there are thousands of designers who can help repair, alter, or completely redesign your clothes. But currently, upcycling is really expensive and inaccessible. Would you know where to start? But imagine if you could create your own tailor-made wardrobe at the touch of a button. Introducing Loom. We help you redesign the clothes you can't let go of. It's very simple. You upload a photo onto the app, our designers give you ideas, you pick your favorite, send your item to them, they'll redesign it and send it back. For example, everything I'm wearing today was made by our designers. And Loom isn't just a solution for you, but also an incredible network of designers. It not only helps them find more work, but also helps them to reduce their admin. And our business model is simple. We take a 20% commission, we add a 20% commission onto the designer's fee. Our vision is to become the global solution for upcycling, a leading global fashion app, the largest community of independent designers in the world, and a thought leader for circular fashion. So far, we've built a community of over 10,000, onboarded over 150 designers. We're the winners of the H&M Global Change Award, and we've had incredible press. And most importantly, our customers love us, with one saying, Loom is bloody amazing, where has it been all my life? We're raising $450,000 to expand our team. Our round officially opens next week, but we're already 15% committed, and we only have 100K of SEIS remaining. So if you'd like to learn more or join our circular fashion revolution, please come and speak to me tonight. Thank you.
Wow, well done. You got like 4 seconds left. So, questions.
How do you find your designers?
Well, actually, we get applications from our designers every week because there's nothing out there for designers looking for custom-made work. And then where we have a bottleneck and we need designers in a specific skill set, for example, embroidery or dyeing, we outreach and partner with studio spaces and universities.
Thank you so much. That's really good. Thanks, Daisy.
So there's a hidden health crisis that no one is talking about, and that is essentially in the dietary requirement space. I have a gluten allergy, and when I walk onto free-from aisles, essentially the food is quite frankly expensive, it falls apart, and it's ultra-processed. Essentially, we are being sold food that isn't actually food. So this is what your current gluten-free free-from aisle looks like. So the solution I created was to create the gluten-free zone, where we essentially are the UK's first culturally inspired, ready-to-eat, gluten-free brand. So we're starting off with our gluten-free Jamaican patties, which essentially have been inundated by an amount of requests from people asking, when is this launching? I need this now. I'm willing to pay anything for this. 1 in 10 people in the UK are gluten-free. You may not be gluten-free, but they exist. And essentially, 90% of the gluten-free consumers are actually non-celiac. So I have a gluten allergy, and there's actually an uprising in the amount of people that are being diagnosed with dietary intolerances due to overprocessing of food. When you actually look at the market globally, this industry is worth 12 billion. The UK specifically is worth 365 million. So there is a clear market demand for this, specifically for cultural foods. So our solution aims to tackle the fact of we want cultural representation in the gluten-free sector. There's a rising demand for convenient food, but again, ensuring that our consumers have safe food to eat. That is a key thing for us, with cross-contamination being a key reason why gluten-free consumers essentially feel food guilt or essentially don't feel confident in their food choices. There is a massive price gap, with the average gluten-free consumer paying around 35% more than their non-gluten-free consumer. And again, this is a booming market, so the average consumer nowadays is much more educated about what they're eating. They're looking at the ingredients. They don't want a list of 15, 20 plus ingredient lists that they can't pronounce. They essentially want transparency, and again, food that tastes good, that don't fall apart. So what we've developed is we spent time developing our own proprietary all-purpose gluten-free flour, which essentially holds well.
Now.
Oh, sorry.
So thank you so much. We've given you, we're going to give you a bit of a grace of 20 seconds, and we're actually going to allow for the first two to go again because we want to be fair, right? So Kirsten and Maria knows. So before we do that, the question from the judges to Elizabeth.
Are you planning on manufacturing or yourself, or what's the structure and how capital intensive is it as a result?
So food is a capital intensive industry. We are doing the initial recipe development ourselves. As I mentioned, we've got our own proprietary dough mix. This is essentially our IP for us because, again, it's defensible against all the other gluten-free free brand consumers. That's essentially comparable to non-gluten-free products. But key thing, our long-term goal for scalability is we will work with a team of recipe developers that essentially work to launch out and expand out our product line. So we're not a patty company, although gluten-free patties are our initial product offering to show, hey, there's a market demand for culturally inclusive gluten-free food. We're essentially looking to expand out into naan, bao buns, things like that. So essentially creating a much more extensive product line with time and capital.
Sorry, but who makes the food?
I make the food.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Elizabeth. Thank you, judges. Thank you. Chantel.
Hi, I'm Hannah, founder of Skinario. Skinario is an adaptive skincare intelligence platform that helps users understand how their skin changes day to day based on their biological and environmental factors. So imagine this. You have dry and sensitive skin, and you're looking for new products, so you go online to find products. You buy the trending products, but then you feel like it doesn't work. But why is that? That's because your skin depends on so much more than just your skin types. There are things like hormones, stress, and sleep that affect your skin as well. And in fact, that's why there are over £1 billion wasted skincare products sitting in homes in the UK. So that's where Skinario comes in. Skinario will continuously track your changing skin patterns and tell you how you should update your skincare routines day to day, giving you personalized guidance with evidence-based product matching. So through early validation, we found that a lot of people were overwhelmed by the amount of skincare products in the market and wanted more science-backed information. And this was reflected in our skincare social media content that has gained over 100,000 views over the last 3-4 weeks. And Skinario plans to be a scalable freemium model powered by affiliate revenue and B2B licensing as well. The market opportunity here is large, with our initial focus going to be on the US, UK, and Western Europe. And I'm currently a solo founder, but through my experience as a cosmetic scientist, through product development and retail experience I've seen the experience myself firsthand. There's a huge disconnect between products and people. There are effective products out there, but people don't know how to maximize their use. And so that's why I'm building Skinario, and over the next 12 months, I plan to launch the beta version and reach our first 10,000 users. So my ask is for £300,000 to do this. Thank you.
Well done, Hannah. You had like 6 seconds. So I'm like, this is good. This is getting good. Right, questions from the
Thank
judges?
you very much. Can you walk me through, as a user, my interaction with the app, and from the first time I use it to on an everyday basis and to the knowing which product to use when?
Yep. So if we just go back to this slide, so the app will make predictions for you. So for example, through what you input, so like your menstrual cycle and like stuff through like the weather app. So like for example, humidity and UV. And so you can improve the accuracy of these predictions by logging your skin score. You can adjust like how your skin feels, so like dry or oily. And then our system will make a prediction based on ingredients knowledge and what they know about you, and recommend skincare products, which will be down there on the screen, and so you'll know what to use.
And how often is the user supposed to check whether there's changes in recommendation? How often is our frequentist usage of the
So
product?
it will be daily refresh, so the recommendations will be all daily updated. And that's not to say you need to buy more products, but for example, you shouldn't be using acids on days where your skin is rather sensitive, during winter, for example. So that would just remove that out of your routine rather than making you go and buy more.
Thank you so much, Hannah. I actually need your product.
Okay, thank you. So I'm Marie-Louise Little. I'm CEO of Automatic. So we're talking about breathing here, and we're talking about something that all of you is actually just taking for granted. But in this world, there's around 700 million patients. So people who suffer from different types of lung disease or who have an acute illness so that they cannot breathe properly. So they need supplemental oxygen in order to do so. What we want to do is to make sure that wherever you are, whatever you're doing, you're getting the right level of oxygen. And that may seem like something we already invented, but in actual fact, this is actually happening as a manual process. So today, manually, a nurse has to go in and look at the patient and manually turn a knob in order to get the patient to the right level. Oxygen is one of the most potent drugs we have, and it's really being used at no control at all. So that's what we would like to change. So dosing oxygen, of course, is a very fine balance. You have to really look at your patient consistently and continuously. Today, if you imagine going into a hospital, you will see a very busy environment. You will see nurses who are running up and down the hallways, and you will have no time in order to really manage those patients very closely. We know that more than 50% of the time, patients are actually at a harmful stage with their oxygen. So what we're doing is that we're putting in a robot. So this is AI, it's a hardware piece, and there's also a revenue stream in that will be recurrent because we're picking out data and we're actually analyzing on these patients to make sure they get the right treatment. So this is really also leading to more personalized care. So no matter where you are, if you're in an ambulance, if you're sitting at home, if you're in the hospital, and actually also if you're in a military situation, you'll need our system. So a lot of my world is around clinical evidence. We have about 700 patients today who have been on our system. We have just conducted a 300-patient trial in the US with the US Department of Defense to get us into the US. We are out in Europe. We are selling also in the UK. And really what we're looking for is funding to grow into a better commercial phase in Europe. So we want to expand from the Nordics and the UK into France and Germany. And we also want to, of course, have the FDA clearance. So our financial outlook is, of course, going as it should be going. So we are looking in by 2033, $49 million US. And now we're seeking to raise 5 million euros in order to do the commercialization and, of course, get that FDA approval.
Thank you so much, Marie. Questions from the judges?
Are you planning on having on developing another product, or is that going to be your single product? So you see yourself as a single product company, or are you planning a portfolio? What's coming next in that case?
So at the moment, we're focused really on the hardware piece. So we need to get the hardware placed, and then the next part of that is, of course, getting that recurrent revenue, which we already have on our home product. So that will really be the multiple of that. But another angle to that is as we're picking out patient data, we're also able to analyze on that data, and we're able to make predictions that, of course, you cannot do today at all. So really providing also reports for our clinicians as well.
Thank you, Marie.
My name is Katrien Grobler, CEO and founder of Twinning. Humans love humans, and humans distinctly dislike AI-generated humans. Intent to purchase drops by 43% with AI-generated humans. And the solution is not to remove humans, but to bring humans along in the AI process. And lucky for us, AI has made every single face programmable. Every platform shift creates new infrastructure, and Twinning is building the infrastructure for human likeness in AI. Because AI media has scaled massively, but identity rights have not. And we identified this problem working with the world's biggest brands, making AI video for them, and they asked for digital twins. There is no platform with consent, license, provenance, and payment. And we are building exactly that, with protection. And we've seen massive traction. Before our platform has gone live, we already licensed our first global twins. And we're going live next week with 1,000 digital twins. We already have a record global production contract of 12 months, and we're speaking to the industry's biggest names like 11 Labs to scale our launch. Our revenue model is everyone's favorite, recurring, with brand B2B SaaS, licensing commission, and API. Our 3 revenue streams or customers will be global digital ads, AI training data to whom we could license the information, the voice and face, and the influencer market for UCG. Our team is the only team that can solve this problem with very varied and distinct experience. I personally was head of brand of Vodafone, and one of South Africa's largest e-commerce CEOs. We're raising £500,000 to accelerate the infrastructure, scale the digital human database, and build a bridge between AI and humans so that humans can earn alongside the adoption of AI and not be replaced by it. Twinning will be the trusted default infrastructure for digital identity, just like Spotify is for music and Uber is for cars. And don't you wish you invested in them when they were just young? Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kirsten. Judges, do you want to ask another question, or are we okay? I bet you're okay. You're writing things down.
I can ask you this later, but hi, Kat. Do you have any indication that anyone is not having an ick reaction to real humans that are still AI generated? I'm just curious.
Sorry, I didn't understand.
So this is the whole problem here, right? Is that we don't like fake things. But do we have any sort of indication that we are okay with fake things?
100%.
Okay.
There's an AI trust study that was done last year, and it significantly changed the perception of users.
Thank you, Kirsten. Right, everyone.
Do it together?
Yeah, do it together. Take your mics. Right, we're getting the judges to come up. They're ready to announce the winner and a few other things. And we're going to learn from what they're saying. So we want to get feedback from you guys as well, right?
So everyone, thank you first of all for taking the time and pitching and letting us judge you. It's an honor. We've come to a conclusion, and we are going to say three folks who are 1, 2, 3 in order, and then we're going to give an additional best presenter. So number 1, is this how I do this? Number 1 goes to Chantal from Click and Clear. We felt that the presentation was extremely clear. Your pitch made sense despite having a slightly more complicated revenue model and multiple streams, and we got it. Your first mover advantage is always beautiful to us and exciting. The traction is delightful, and so we wish you the best of luck. Second is Maria Aycook. There you go. Your expertise, your knowledge, your traction, I'm going to start repeating myself. It made sense, the customers that have come on board, and we really, really loved that dual stream of revenue going into B2B2C. That really spoke to us, so well done. And third is Maria at Automatic. We felt you did a brilliant job of being so clear about something that is very niche and often not understandable in 2 minutes, and so really, really well done. Our hesitation was just, can there be more, or is it just one thing? So that's one thought we had. And we say that as not, medtech is medtech. Best presenter. Yeah.
Maybe I do it.
Can
I do that? Please. Yeah. So there is one founder. First of all, again, well done for everyone. I think the level, the base level is really high, so it's not easy to find 3 out of 9. And so well done to you and to everyone who's been kind of involved in the mentoring, etc. There's one founder that we found, the presentation was absolutely brilliant. It just as a VC who comes with the type of businesses that we back, and the scalability and the complexity just could not make it to the top 3. But we'd like to recognize the best presenter as Daisy from Loom. I think your energy, your energy, your vision, the way you stand on anything you want about a clear presentation and a kind of a strong founder came through that. But yeah, and so we kind of added an additional recognition for tonight. Yeah.
Esther, anything from you?
I think they've said it all. So well done to everyone. And I think there were quite a lot of really strong presenters, which even gives for the inspiration to the others. So some really exciting ideas. So looking forward to see how you're progressing over the next 12 to 18 months.
Thank you so much, judges. I don't know if we're going to get a picture with the judges, but I'd like to say now thank you so much to everyone who pitched. You did a really good job.